Happy birthday, Sheila. Hey, I wish I could be there. I'm so sad. Tonight was just a night that made it impossible for me to get there. But your friends are celebrating with you, and I wish I could be there. So, a long distance greeting. Here we go. 35 years ago, I met you when I started coming to Des Plaines Evangelical Free Church. And you were just the tall and tan and toned and lovely. The girl from Des Plaines goes walking, and when she passes, the guys she passes say, she. That was you. Tall, tanned, and toned, gorgeous. And I hated you because I was tall, but I wasn't tan or toned. So you, at some point, were going to be my rival. Little did I know that within a short time, we were quite the twosome. Girls were jealous of us, and the boys were intrigued. And we had a riot, being dorks, being goofy, being silly, making great memories. And that's when we fell in love with each other. Then I sadly had to move away, and it was a hard time. It was a terrible goodbye. And we cried, and lots of tears. And for only being together for almost 2 years, it felt like I was leaving my lifetime childhood friend. We sent each other tapes and letters and Chicago songs. When will I see you again? Those songs became kind of important to us because we felt like we were never going to see each other again. And then came a few years later my wedding, and you were my maid of honor. And we've always emphasized maid because you sewed and you helped and you did so many, many amazing, wonderful things for me and for my mother and my family. And I made you wear a lovely tan burlap skirt with a sheer pale yellow blouse. And I know how you love that outfit. And I made sure that I picked colors and fabrics that you could always wear again. And so you were my maid of honor, and it was wonderful. And that was also when Dale, my husband, fell in love with you too. And what a blessing that you, my dearest friend, and he, my dearest love, would come to love and appreciate and become great friends, just appreciate each other. It was such a joy because it would have been really terrible if you guys hadn't liked each other. Then came the silent years. Poor Sheila, you really did endure. I had Titus and then had Bethany shortly after, and I think the phone and the mail time was really pretty scarce on my end. And I know I've apologized about that, but I'll say it again. I'm really sorry. It got really quiet. Now we cut to 1998, and we moved back to Illinois, now me with Dale and the kids. And it was an amazing time to reconnect. I found you, and we reconnected, and now it wasn't just Dale and I who loved you, but it was my kids, and my kids fell in love with you, Aunt Sheila. We did more than reminisce during those 2 years that we lived in Illinois. We let each other in again. We loved each other, and we made more than we did just more than reminisce and talk about the old times, which we did plenty and drove Dale crazy. But we made new memories together, and we bonded together in a fresh way as 28-year-old women. It was wonderful. And unfortunately, God called us away from there, and we had to move again. And it was hard. It was hard, but I think this time we were going to do better at staying connected, and we did. You blessed me with a trip in 1989. You blessed me with a trip to Florida, and we celebrated being friends for, was it 15 years? Yeah, it would have been 15 years. We celebrated, and thank you for that trip. It was wonderful. Let's see, where am I? Then we started visiting each other in our homes, and that was just great. More memories, and then enter Jimmy Boy. And what a privilege it was to be in your wedding now with Jim. I have never since and never was at to that point ever a bridesmaid. And so you're my first and only. I guess always a bride and only a bridesmaid once for me. And it's a joy to say that I've only been a bridesmaid, and it was my best friend's wedding. Thanks for letting me pick out a dress that I thought looked good on me. Thanks for not making me wear something sleeveless. Thanks for just being so gracious to me, and it was a joy to celebrate that day with you. The years after that for you were some hard ones, some physical complications, the loss of some babies, a lot of pain, a lot of heartache, Sheila. I wasn't there through those times. We talked on the phone, we cried, I prayed for you. There was a sadness that you were experiencing that I had never experienced, and I felt really helpless to love you and to know what you needed then. I'm grateful for your family and friends who were amazing to you back during those times, walking with you in ways that I didn't know how to walk with you. Excuse me here. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Hard times. I had a hard year with my family, hard 2 years with my extended family, and you were there for me again, listening and crying and advising and praying for me in ways that I probably don't even know, and I'm so grateful. We did have more times of laughter and tears and more memories together following 2000. That was really a hard year for me. Had a surgery then too, and you were having surgeries, and just, oh golly, those were some hard years. Then the wonderful news of Tyler. And I remember saying to you at one time, I'm convinced that God will not leave your arms empty, Sheila. And he didn't. And here came this God's precious boy for you, and you, his precious and perfectly chosen mom. God knew what he was doing. And it's been such a joy. I'm going to read this. Such a joy to see all the nurturing and love, discipline, and creativity that have been lavished on me and your nieces and your nephews and your friends and my children and many others. But now all those things that you were could be fully realized as you were starting to raise your son. What a joy. You're an amazing mother, an amazing mother. Now we enter safe families, and I'm watching you love children and hearing of babies, and I am just blown away by your capacity to love. More visits to each other's homes, more visits to each other's homes, and making more memories. Again, just awesome. So now we're kind of getting in the middle of 2000s, and here we come. 2 years ago, we come to your house, and now I come with 2 other children, and that was our Tony and Marina. And 2 summers ago, your love was exactly what we needed. It was a week before our adoption of the 2 kids. And you showed us a great time in Chicago, and the kids had never been on a vacation. And this was an awesome shot at what it looks like to be a family, to go visit loved ones and friends, and you were the one that we could come and see. And I knew that it was not going to be a risk. You know, that's what was so awesome. It wasn't going to be a risk to put my kids, my new kids, in a position to be held at arm's length. You fully embraced them, and I love you for it. I beat you to 50. I turned 50 just this past summer. I'm a grandmother twice now, as you well know, and we have the 2 kids now, so I have a 13 and 15-year-old, and I'm a grandma, and I got the 28-year-old and a 26-year-old. I don't know if I'm old or young, but I beat you to 50, and then this past fall, you came and you visited, and that was great. Thank you so much for the time and the sacrifice, and to leave Tyler and Jim, it was replenishing for me, and thank you so much for your visit just 3 months ago. So here we go. Oh, I told Diane it would not be longer than 5 or 6 minutes, and here we are at 8 minutes. Okay, what I've learned from you. Humor. It's never so dark that a good belly laugh and a snort or two can't turn around a boring party or a bad day. I've learned from you to advocate for yourself. You've advocated for your parents, for your spouse, your child, your convictions, and even other people's dreams and desires. You've helped me advocate for things I was ready to give up on. You've also kept me on track to realize that Christ has advocated for me, and he continues to advocate for me and for God's will to be manifest in my life. Often you remind me of God's will and his best for me. Thank you. Longevity. I've learned that from you. You are a long-haul lover. Your passions and beautiful heart run deep and have years of expertise. Now that you're 50, you can say that. You have years of expertise. Sacrifice. How many times have you helped clean my house, make a great appetizer, watch the kids, rent a movie, pray with me, give me a night to talk and cry, pay for a vacation, send a card, have coffee with my parents, wait for me to reply to a letter, serve so amazingly at my parents' 50th wedding anniversary. The list goes on and on. And that's just with me, how you've sacrificed. How about your girlfriends? Those of you right there. Oh, I wish I was there with you guys. Those of you right there, the loved ones who are grieving, your aging parents, your sisters and their families, children needing a temporary safe mom and a home, your church, your husband and his business, and Tyler. Sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. Just goes on and on, Sheila. Where am I? You will sacrifice nearly everything you have and all of your heart and all that your heart contains to serve and love those who've captured your heart. The Spirit of God is so beautifully evident And Christ's love for us often looks like Sheila's heart. Sacrifice. Next one, youth. You've stayed current and hip, girl. You've shown me, not completely, because if you could see from the waist below, I'm in a frumpy denim skirt. Okay, but besides that, you've helped me not become frumpy. Don't be frumpy, Ruth. When I'm shopping, I often think, okay, would Sheila wear this? Would Sheila buy this? Would Sheila look good in this? Should I wear this? I don't want to wear something that makes me look like I've given up. You've not given up. You are one hot 50-year-old mama. You are. Patience. You may not believe you are, but I believe it is actually one of your greatest qualities. And I know you're probably going, oh my gosh, are you kidding me, patience? But you waited for me to start to be more involved in our long distance relationship, our friendship. Relationship, oh my goodness. You waited for the right man to be your husband. You waited for Tyler. You are a patient friend, and I am so blessed you have been patient with me all these years. You're patient, Sheila. I have learned from you loyalty. You are the proverbial golden retriever. Could there be anyone more loyal and faithful than you? My word, your middle name is loyal. What would it take for you to write me off? I don't know, and I don't want to push it. I don't want to find out. But I dare say you have truly been loyal to me at times when I didn't deserve it, and I thank you. Loving. You showed me how to love, especially how to love a child not born from my body, but born from my heart. You led the way for me to do something I never imagined I could do. I didn't even know I could do it. You express love in so many ways, too numerous to mention. My heart is filled with 35 years of of your loving and the wonderful ways that you've loved me. Thank you so much. I'm close to the end. 11 minutes. Proverbs 3:3 says this, to wear love and loyalty as a necklace, close to your heart, and in doing so, God and others will see your beautiful life. Your 50 years of life have been beautiful, certainly not without tears and not without hardship, but I am so blessed to have been loved by you. Thank you for being loyal to me and for being Christ to me in so many amazing ways. Thank you for loving me. My heart is full. I wish I was there to celebrate with you. We will have to do something in the coming months to mark this great time in your life. I'm getting to the end. You are so beautiful, Sheila. Thank you for making my life so lovely. I got through it, almost. Happy birthday. I love you. I love you. Bye-bye.